Got to keep in mind it's some old teammates too. Haven't seen them for quite some time, but Nisha and Chrysalis as well.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, I saw the ward in the mid lane already, so Liquid very aware of what Parivision wanted to do. And, I mean, the other thing is this black hole from DM, right? If this game somehow goes late enough, your only reliable cancel is Earth. Everything else doesn't go through BKB.
Oxy. Decent position from Chrysalis. Looks like unfortunate to Carlos though. It's going to be caught out. No one. Nice use of the kick. Okay, DeCarlos is fine. It's a lot of damage. We'll go back to base. DeCarlos even gives a tango to no one. Thank you for your effort, my friend.
Yeah, another thing worth mentioning. This Underlord hero, I'm not sure how much of a fan I'm of this hero, because at the end of the day, it's supposed to counter these high base damage heroes, your tiniest Morphlings, universal heroes like Magnus. This time around, you're going to be playing against the Monkey King. And yeah, I'm very curious to see how Saberlight's going to try and create impact this game, because I'm not sure it's straightforward, you know, what the build he needs or what exactly the team's going to ask of him.
I think the thing with the Underlord pick, though, right, was the fact that you see a Morphling and a Gyrocopter, and the Underlord's pretty good into both of them if they are carry. So, yeah. Like, are you... Okay, like, now he's playing to the Monkey King. Sure, this is not a very good lane for him, but you forced a support duo of Gyromorph. Like, that has to be said, right? Like, these are some very unconventional supports, and they're going to have some weaknesses together, you would imagine, right?
True. I think it is indeed a kind of wonky set of supports. I think Parivision, at least by picking Desert Spirit, was able to offset some of the stiffness that this support duo gives you. I think no one needs to have a good laning stage, and in general, we just saw him absolutely destroy in the laning stage yesterday, so Safe is going to be able to keep it up. But if the Air Spirit has a good game, I don't think you're necessarily going to be that sad of having this support duo, especially because 9 class was incredibly active, right? You would think that Morphling takes a little bit to get online, but not when 9 class is playing, apparently.
Well, who is that main replica target as well for the Morphling in this game?
I think it's definitely the Invoker, and after him, maybe the Hoodwink, right? If you have 7-second Bushwhack cooldowns, that has to count for something.
Sure. So, because we see like carry Morphling likes the matchup versus the Razor, because you can replicate into, of course, him and play with the static link. I imagine that probably is not the case with the support Morphling, because you don't care about right-click damage, right? Or could it be okay still, because then you're preventing the Razor's impact inside the fights?
I think it definitely depends on the fight. I don't think it's bad to have static link, but support Morphling kind of wants to play from afar, right? You just want to be, sure. You go Waderlands, you really want to drop the cast range neutral as well. So I'm not sure. If you're ahead, we might get to see some of the Razor transformations, but in general, I think Invoker is the easy one, followed by... I mean, there's even an argument for Saberlight, right? Because you get the Aura, you get the AoE Root and Firestorm on a low cooldown. But, yeah, in general, a lot of good targets.
Continue a little bit on the Morphling. Nice that he was able to get the Choreo Snipe from Mickey. It did have some valuable items, if I remember correctly. I think maybe the Wraith Band was completed. I don't know what was on Insania's Choreo, but that's about lane mid looking good at the moment. Nisha and no one, very even between the two. This will probably continue to be the case with the start that we've seen. Top as well, are you surprised at how much Saberlight is getting currently?
I think a part of that is the Gyrocopter being low, right? The first wave was pretty free for Saberlight, so once you get that fast level 2 and the first initial items, it does propel you to have a good game. But I'm surprised that Mickey also struggling, right? I guess maybe not as much because it's an Enigma, but one good thing about having this Enigma on DM is that the Morphling can roam, and Enigma is that type of hero that really doesn't really care about... It's one of the few sustainable offlaners that we still have in the game.
So where is, if you're top lane, Boxy? I'll be able to find our first blood. Crystal's going to be able to get in range with the last right click. It's going to be Parivision that strike first. So Chrysalis, injection of gold is going to get him closer towards the treads by the looks of it.
Nisha actually doing pretty well here with the 69s. A little bit ahead of normal one, but he does have the creep wave under tower. But yeah, there's no one rotations. I feel like a lot of the action is going to be happening top. We might get like one fight when DM has Black Hole, and there might be a rotation towards that lane. But in general, if I'm Parivision, I really want to be playing around this Monkey King as they're going to go for a fight top.
To another kill onto Boxy. The Walker Shame back to lane. Boxy in some danger, still only level 2. And they should be able to chase him down. It's going to take a while. Even Crystal is going to come on over instead of last hitting, but they will secure the kill. So 3 heroes required. Boxy will make him work for it though. But Crystal is able to be rewarded with that one. So, okay, nicely done. Like you're saying, DM very safe. Protected under the tower down bottom, so not much that Mickey or Insania are going to be able to do to slow the Enigma down.
Yeah, it's just really hard to dive this hero, especially when he's already so close to drums. If you try and dive, he can just micro delusions, get the split off, and once you pop drums, like you can pretty much solo kill anyone with the damage of them. Rune is gonna come in at 6, very important for Parivision, so I'm assuming the supports are gonna join. Invoker wanna deny it, but don't really care about it as Nisha. He'll want to the Razor.
Okay, no one's first rotation. TP down to bottom is going to be able to secure the kill. And that should be the drums gold completed, I believe, for DM with a catapult wave as well. So Liquid are going to need to address this tower. Do they look for no one?
I don't think the Razor can... Okay, he's gonna TP. If he dies again, this is like a disaster. Razor is not a hero that wants to play from behind. And they're gonna go.
Gonna come through the portal. They read this.
Oh no!
You need somewhere to be able to protect him, and the TP's gonna come through from the hoodwink, but it'll be far too late.
This is a tower.
Foxy has to cancel it, and yeah, it's a tower, and it's also a Razor that's not gonna have a game now.
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, I think Milan, he said 3 heroes that he could have played on Crystallis, and maybe they felt like the Deuce was a bit too greedy. But I actually don't think it would be too greedy because Parivision's draft is obnoxiously greedy as well with this Morphling support and the Gyro. What happens now is that this Temple controller is absolutely shut down, and literally they're gonna need some Nisha rotations to enable Crystallis back in this game. Without level 6, Razor cannot jungle. He doesn't even have a point in Storm Surge right now.
Yeah. So I think the way we could see for Liquid to get back in is just you have the potential +1 out of the Fiend's Gate on Saberlight. And Nisha's had a really good game as well. Speaking of Saberlight, he should be. They've got some reinforcements coming through, and Senior is going to be able to counter this with the Echo Stomp. Nisha's rotation, they'll try and target down Crystallis. The damage, it doesn't come through that quickly from Liquid, but by the looks of it, they'll still be able to get the kill.
No one had a TP,
Senior might get the Carless too. Look at this ET damage, my god.
Mika might be dead. I think that's a Black Hole kill if he gets vision.
Looks like he should be in range. So down bottom inside the jungle, DM Black Hole used with 9 class. 3rd death for Mickey. Oh.
Dude, this triple carry lineups from Parivision are so annoying. Like, you severely hinder the carry pool, you somehow still get a good matchup for your offlaner, and it really doesn't feel like Parivision should be scared at all. Like, they have the better scaling with this Enigma and not a lot of answers for him. The Monkey King did die once, sure, but net worth-wise, they have 3 heroes in the top 4.
Very scary position to be if you're Liquid. How are you going to get Mickey into this game? Like I was alluding to before, like, you know, there's potential plays with the Fiend's Gate and the Invoker rotating. Need some levels out of the hoodwink, but Boxy with those 2 deaths is also struggling to get some experience, and they want to continue to play aggressive. No one, the Carlos smoking together towards top.
They seem to be aware. Direscan not going to fully know where they are. Oh, they're gonna find a stack and 2 heroes.
Nisha is nearby.
Oh, he's gonna hold the stack. All right.
Yeah, okay. No one's gonna be cautious though. Nisha with the rotation. Tornado will connect if they got the extra control though. No one. Make sure he uses the haste afterwards, and he will be able to slip out of danger. So potential opportunity, but would have been very difficult for Liquid to connect on that.
Still pretty cool that, you know, rather than forcing the fight, he just makes sure that the stack gets... I don't think he got all of the creeps, but still got a fair amount and force all of those rotations. The Enigma keeps farming. Monkey King is getting a lot as well. And they're going to rotate towards Mikia once again, at least. Oh, they're going to fight inside instead.
Looks like another easy kill for Parivision. Crystallis getting very active on the Monkey King, a hero that we saw yesterday was forced to be banned first phase, like we often see when he's the one on a team. Inside the river, Nisha will be able to steal the double damage rune as well, taking it away from 9 class and no one. But this net worth lead, 2,000 gold for Parivision early.
It's hard to justify this Monkey King ban when you see Morphling first phase, right? Like, which team is willing to pick Morphling first phase and not play it as a carry? Looks like Parivision.
Looking for the attempt onto the Underlord. Crystallis from bottom to top he goes. Insania's going to do his best to counter, but the Echo Stomp, it comes too late. No one else was there with the rotations as well. Because they've got their own battle going on.
He gets Nisha low ground.
Down to the low ground. No one. Straight into 9 class and DM. Black Hole is up in a couple seconds. If a further fight does break out, that might get Nisha out of danger though. Sentra's going to be laid down. 9 class, but the use of the Replicate. Playing with the Invoker, spells, and Parivision. I mean, now they can try and chain this into a tier 1 tower.
Oh my god, Parivision. You know, when they were... with these 110 scores against OG, against other teams, you could like maybe justify that to just a skill discrepancy or just Parivision being in a really good form right now past Dream League. But you know, this is Liquid. They actually did pretty well in Dream League too. I am so impressed with the way they've been playing the early game, and with a draft that scales like that, I'm really worried. Liquid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See if this smoke can connect for Liquid. It's going to be a 3-man smoke from them. Sure, Boxy to bottom, Saberlight, Cold. I see.
Well, cannot relate. It's absurdly hot here.
Right,
where in Australia do you live, by the way?
I turn on heater. Melbourne.
Okay, so it is not as hot as other places, right? Or am I wrong?
No, it's not as hot as like north of Australia, but it still gets warm. I think today was hot, but I was sleeping the whole day, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're playing.
No, it does.
Yeah, not the best time zones for you, I assume.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough. We're starting at midnight, finish at like 6, 7 a.m.
Sheesh.
It's okay. It's Dota. It's
yeah.
It's all good. It's fun. We're watching some of the best teams at the moment. So
yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. So
I'm excited to see like more of these drafts coming into the playoffs as well. Like we saw it yesterday from Parivision, and now we get another opportunity to see it today. Like it's exciting.
Yeah, I want to see some 3-game series though. You know, I love seeing Parivision get this support for Morphlings working, but I don't want to see this as 2-0. I really hope that we get to see them being slapped by Liquid a little bit as well, as they will say go. And this looks like this could be a dead Mickey. 7 seconds for the Morph on 9 class, but he will not move forward.
Senu is in a good spot though. I mean, you've got the Elder Titan playing behind one of your cores. That is the potential for Liquid, where they're going to go for 9 class. Let's see if they got the damage though before the waveform out. Oh, they're not even going to get 9 class. Sunstrike will connect, but the damage is lacking. Level 1 Exor. The Carlos is in with DM.
On the Morphling, he felt like it should be enough, but he has 2000 HP level 6. Well, that's support Morphling for you.
Agi down and strength back up.
There you go.
It's chilling. Everyone's chilling on Dire. What's the build from Crystallis this game? Looks like it's going to be the Gleipnir. So not the more greedy Battle Fury route. We're going to get a pretty active Monkey. I don't know if we mentioned, but the Simeon Stride as well instead of the other facet. So you know, potentially has been a reason of why he's been super active as well through the portal.
Yeah, I really think Gleipnir still pretty decent. We don't get to see it as much, but in this game where your supports don't really have a lot of reliable lockdown, you know, Morphling always depending on a good morph target, it definitely helps to have the Gleipnir. And now we see a couple of Parivision heroes top. I wonder if trying to steal the Wisdom Rune is their goal. They already have a ward on the left ancient side. So looks like Liquid want to match.
The tree.
Oh no.
With the gate, they got the tree on Saberlight. Nice attempt. They're going to have the damage once again. That's the question. Mickey.
Oh, long TP on the Enigma though.
To find, but still Niche is in some danger. No one. He should be able to have a free fight here with the Earth Spirit. Let's see what DM's going to be able to do as well. Nisha just ducked into a little hole, but they're going to be able to catch up to him. Now they'll roll forward. No one kind of caught out of the tower. They got the damage. Earth Spirit's able to roll over to the right side. No one still playing around with the stones, continuing to get the magnetized procs. Saber will TP out. Looks like Insania Mike might be able to turn it around. Has he got the damage? Oh my. It's so close to Liquid. 2,000 deficit, somehow able to get some big kills though in this fight.
Oh, and Lucalis, can he get the counter kill? What?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay. Get the hell out, my friend. That was so clutch from no one. Instead of living, which he felt like he was gonna be able to, he attacks the Enigma, and that drew his attention away. He was gonna get a 3-man black hole if he just kept chasing. He had the drum's move speed. But the fact that the Invoker gives his life away so that the rest of Liquid can disengage, I think really allowed them to turn the fight around, allow Mickey to survive. We talked about Mickey having a little bit of a rough start, and yeah, he is slowly recovering. Still going to be rushing a BKB, which doesn't feel great. You always like the Yasha, at least one Yasha. But they need to be able to withstand these early fights here from Parivision, so I think that's a necessary compromise.
What is the call for Parivision now? You just lose that team fight. Are you still looking to try and play pretty aggressive across the map?
I think so. You still have Black Hole, Pipe, timing just got unlocked. They are diving Crystallis.
Sharpshooter from downtown is able to secure the kill into the Monkey King. Liquid striking back.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay, so it's going to be tower for tower, it looks like. DM's going to get the split of the Eidolon's mid. They do glyph the top tower. Parivision's actually smoking around mid, maybe expecting Liquid to try and defend, but they're just gonna keep their formation top.
And 9 class being so annoying.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're looking for Mickey. It's like Mickey,
he can have 2
position.
pits of Malice up at the same
still
time.
Still gonna go for it with the roll, Mickey. It's like they're not going to be able to bring him down though. Roll also sidesteps out of the tornado. They've got the Atos from afar. No one's not the easiest kill, but they're dumping everything they can to get it. Liquid again. I mean, these are some massive kills to bring them back in the game. DM unable to really find an angle into this team fight. We haven't seen that black hole besides the time down bottom.
Yeah, before BKB, it's kind of hard to get those black holes. They don't have a lot of BKB piercing stuns, but non-BKB piercing, they have a lot, so...
Saberlight. Some danger here, especially with 9 class being able to play around with the replicate. But they're actually a little bit hesitant. I thought the Carlos was going to play aggressive, especially with Crystallis behind him. 9 class is continuing to run down Saberlight. Are they actually going to get him? 9 class?
No mana.
Mana, which is a bit of an issue. Still got the Atos from afar. Mickey should be able to get in range, but they are concerned on where the other Dire heroes are. They see no one on the map.
They're so scared. I mean, that was a kill, but as you said, it's hard to really get a read. I mean, they should know that without a tier 1 tower, it's unlikely that they could, but when you look at Parivision's vision around the Radiant jungle, they know way more than Liquid does. So many aggressive wars. There's this line crossing the half left side of the map, so they are primed to go for those aggressive plays. We're talking about it. Liquid did actually, I think, put a lot of a good defense when Parivision came in. The gold lead is pretty much negligible, but I still feel like momentum-wise, Parivision should be stronger.
Somehow Saberlight slips past the Carlos. Not going to be able to get DM though. He's making sure he plays behind the Eidolons. Saberlight doesn't have anyone behind him now. Nisha did move away. We are going to get a fight down bottom by the looks of it. Both sides converging on this area.
Rune's gonna be left side. Arcane for no one. That's pretty huge.
Close to BKB too.
Feels like, I mean, at the end of the day, Mike fully recovered. Like, he was significantly behind. He's now only 1,000 gold behind. This is... Oh.
It's a big kill if they're going to be able to get no one to continue to slow down with the BKB. Completely out of mana and drained of health as well. And yeah, like you're saying, Mike here's done a exceptional job to catch up.
All right, another great rotation here. I feel like Parivision can defend this tower. They have Black Hole and Pipe, but it really depends on whether they are willing to fight before the Gleipnir is done. Oh. Okay.
Well, what's going wrong for Parivision in the last like 5 minutes? How have Liquid brought this game back?
I think the biggest problem is that Parivision, they're not playing together as much. They want to finish some of these items.
Yeah, one by one.
He's activated. He's just going to die.
Able to show them the black hole, but without the BKB, there's no chance he gets it off. They're just not taking team fights with all their numbers. Mickey's going to be fine. He can BKB, run out of the Wukongs. Meanwhile, no one is surrounded. Liquid. 2 gigantic kills. Tier 1 tower is going to go down as well, and now they have the net worth lead. I mean, this is a incredible position for them to be in. This game was looking like it may have been in a really difficult position, like 3,000 deficit. Mickey dies multiple times. It was up to Nisha along with Saberlight, and they've been able to claw this game back.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that Liquid did this game is that even when they were not fully ready with their timings, they were still going for smokings. Mike went for like 2 plays when his BKB was still half ready, just because Liquid knew that they had the numbers advantage, whereas Parivision, it feels like they have this more script-like idea of when exactly they want to fight. They need the Gleipnir, they want BKB on no one because he's been dying a fair amount, and they're just constantly being exploited by Liquid's willingness to fight, even if they don't have all of their pieces ready. Also, I'm not sure about the Boots of Bearing on Enigma, not gonna lie. I like, that's pretty much the BKB gold or super close to it. And I feel like if you have BKB in this game, like, DM can literally just win the fights by himself.
How many smokes have Liquid got? I don't know how they have another one.
Might be the last one, yeah. I don't see any.
I believe maybe Saberlight connected with the smoke under the ward, which is why 9 class ran like that. So it is still at the time of the Wisdom Rune, however. Let's see if they're going to be fast enough. I don't think they will.
No one gets it. Oh, actually rose into the rune, but that means Ducalis will be by his lonesome. It's all right.
Tower probably as well if they wanted, and yes, that looks like it will be the case if they all see right click it. So 2,000 net worth lead. Mickey off farming across the map. Chrysalis is still having a very good game here with the Monkey King. 3-3. He's got this Gleipnir completed. Looks like Ag shot as well for him. What do we want to see from Parivision now? Like, you've kind of this game now in Liquid's favor. Do you want to see them be aggressive? Because we haven't really seen them for a while make any proactive moves on the map.
I mean, I wanted to like 5 minutes ago, but now that they are starting to build, like, for some reason, Crystallis Gleipnir took way longer to finish than I thought he would. Like, he had a maybe 12-minute Maelstrom, but he just finished the Gleipnir. They're gonna smoke, but I really feel like right now, Liquid has more timings on them. Good roll.
Targeting down Insane, they didn't get the kickback on the ET in the river. Let's see if Liquid are going to be able to punish them. Damn, trying to run and enter into the team fight. He's having a difficult time to find the black hole angle. He might be able to get it now thanks to Chrysalis' Boundless. But they have separated the team fights. It's a 2-for-2. Both supports dying on Parivision, but no one really creating a lot of chaos. This AoE damage proving to be a massive issue. Nisha's going to try and TP out. Nice bushwhack, but still Chrysalis. He was there in time with the Boundless at the ready. He'll cancel one TM. DM's also going to get Boxy's TP as well. So Parivision finally it looked like a very forced fight for them where they had to go onto Insania, but once they fight as 5, we see it be a completely different story.
Yeah, I think the biggest part of that fight is how DM wasn't really worried that much about getting a good black hole. He just black holes the Underlord, makes sure that he's not going to be reducing everyone's damage, and just the sheer mobility of the cores on Parivision kind of abusing the BKB cooldowns. The BKB on Mickey pretty much gets wasted, and they kind of go from there. Very nicely done from Parivision. And it's nice to see that they were still confident. You know, they've been bleeding kills for like 10 minutes now. I thought that maybe they felt a little bit cold feet about that. That was kind of a YOLO smoke, but no. They knew exactly how they wanted to take that fight, and with the Tormentor, this is pretty good. Gyro Shard is already up, so the Morphling one would be nice. He's been dying a couple of times in his ganks. Oh, no one gets it. Still pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, maybe not bad against some save inside the pit Atos stun control.
Yep.
Looks like Liquid gonna try and go for their own Tormentor as well. No one has the shard on Liquid currently, so one of the supports is gonna find it. The Carlos and Boxy should be a kill for them, especially with the sharpshooter assistance.
All right. Now they get the shard on Insania, which is probably not the best shard they could have gotten, but it's fine. Could be useful as we see Crystallis and no one an aggressive
Michael's
move
got to jump out for the south. They were not expecting this. The position of the Morphling and the ward is able to set up with the gank, and I mean instant pings come up recognizing where the ward is located. Insania is going to try and de-ward it, but 9class is doing a really good job to protect his vision. Now Crystallis, he's going to fly over from the opposite side of the map. This is going to be a second kill for Parivision to find.
Dude, this 6-second Pit of Malice is absurd. Like, he's just casting so many. He gets like 2 firestorms at the same time.
Mickey's also in trouble. BKB is going to use it the last second. Do they want to continue the chase? Mickey's incredibly low. Nisha
BKB's over.
Forced to TP in. No, yeah, of course, no one's going to miss it, but it's not going to matter, though. Like, this is Parivision just starting to run over them now with this slight advantage that we've seen recently. They get a kill and recognize there's a numbers advantage, and there's not much that's going to stop them.
All right, lots of TPs here. Liquid forced to camp this mid tower. They don't want to give the tier 2, but looks like Parivision wants it.
Playing one by one. Again, you don't have the full lineup on Liquid, and they are continuing to be punished for that.
Yeah, that cliff
Any
ward.
slight slip up in the positioning, Parivision are always ready to go.
That cliff ward gave all the vision the Monkey King needed. Sure, they're gonna defend the tier 2, but the damage is real here. Parivision, they fought so much that Black Hole is on cooldown. They've been non-stop fighting despite the fact that Black Hole is down, and that's what the Morphling gives you. It literally gives you this relentless aggression with the low cooldown spells, and if you don't have the control to kill the Morphling, things get hard, and Liquid's control is a little bit unreliable, right? It's hard to say Invoker doesn't have stuns or the Hoodwink doesn't, but they're not those instant disables. Like, there's no Lion for Liquid to really stop 9class. He died a fair amount of times, but that was, you know, when they're smoking and they find 9class alone. If it's an actual fight where 9class has vision to work with, very hard to kill him.
See, very early gem picked up from the Carlos as well. So looking to try and continue with how aggressive they played across the map. I mean, vision has been the important thing for them to be able to find this advantage back in their favor now.
Yeah, a lot of wards that they got were taken away by Liquid, so they want to make sure they control those areas as they find the morph.
I don't know how that bushwhack didn't connect. Looks like it won't matter in the end with the Atos. What do you mean for the Sunstrike setup? Saberlight almost makes it through the portal. Liquid actually going to try and force the team fight. The rest of them are coming down. I don't think they're going to be quick enough to protect Saberlight.
Okay. Still 1-for-1. You use BKBs on your core, so it's not like Liquid can't fight. In fact, they are willing to get something done because BKB is still up, and there is no dire vision on the triangle. In fact, it's Liquid that holds control over this area. That ward, Parivision needs to be careful. This feels like one opportunity where you're... Wait, where's the gem? Didn't you say Lucalius bought one?
No one's got it.
Oh, okay. They don't find the liquid ward though.
BKB.
Somehow it's still up.
Looks like they will be able to get the BKB out of him, so no one. So expanded, like you said, that ward is still up, but they're not going to be able to get a fight around it. 9 class aggressive waveform into the river. Both sides have this 5v5. It could be disastrous in a choke point like this, though. Liquid got to be cautious. Mickey's going to be able to break away, but unfortunately, Boxy will not have the same fate. Nisha is solo killing DM off the other side, so no Enigma. I mean, Nisha gives him a really big opportunity to maybe get some more kills, but Parivision will respect this advantage of Liquid, and they're going to look to reset, but the potential tier 2 tower now can go down.
Yeah, they can. They have alacrity. Usually, the siege of the side. Oh, he's Giga dead. Alright, Liquid. Punching back and getting that mid tier 2 that it felt like Parivision was going to get 2 minutes ago. But just unable to go through all of the defenses. Liquid, they were definitely more willing to throw bodies to defend that mid tier 2. Whereas Parivision, they accept defeat. And they're just waiting for the next timing, which seems to be the BKB on DM. You know, they fought a lot. I feel like Parivision is going to chew a little bit until that BKB is up.
Say that they're starting to group around top, though, so I don't know if they're thinking about Roche. It's going to go bot pretty soon, however. 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's a sneaky one. You got to go really fast. There's a death on Crystallis, but nah, it's already too late. It's already too late.
Boxy. Boundless miss. They got the Gleipnir, however. Boxy's
good.
Goddamn annoying, but what do you got now? You are stuck in a corner. Nowhere else to run, so a kill into Roche by the looks of it. They'll have to go through. Someone's made the call already. No one also did see Mickey run through the lane bottom if they want to maybe try and hunt down the Razor. They might even get a glimpse of Nisha.
That's a really good lane ward that they have, because if Liquid wants to approach Roche, they will have to go through it. No gem on both the Invoker and the Razor. So I think this is for Roche. The Sunstrike's going to scout it, but full vision, unless they have a smoke on the cores, which they don't. So they have pretty much certainty this is going to be their Roche.
They can store pretty well on Liquid. The issue is if you get there fast enough to do that, though. Box is up in 5.
Oh, the portal.
Yeah, the game might make it a little bit awkward now.
Forgot about that one.
Oh, taking the outpost. Hang on, Boxy. Oh! Alright, well, Boxy, that's a warm welcoming gift from Parivision. Mickey's just going to run forward, trying to steal a lot of damage onto no one. DM will do his best to turn it back around with the black hole inside the Wukongs. They lose Mickey instantly. Now they're onto Nisha as well. No one, he was able to make amends. Nisha was huge in that last team fight. Now it's the opposition's mid laner that is able to win them this fight down by bottom. Saberlight is going to go down as well, trying to bring Gyro into the grave with him. He will be able to do so, but it's a 5-man wipe. Crystallis with the ultra kill, and now Roshan as well.
Dude, these Pits of Malice are just insane. Like, he constantly has 2 full duration going through the fights. The percentage damage of the Firestorm, and it really allows Crystallis to hit people non-stop. It was a really good air splitter from Ducalis, but it also meant that the Black Hole could be full duration. They didn't have a cancel in that fight. Tough for Liquid and Parivision. They, you know, it felt that they were forcing that Roche, but I think they had a really good foundation for that. The lane ward, the fact that they had a couple of kills going. At the end of the day, I think Liquid did the best they could with the portal and sending the illusions to get vision. But they just blew up Boxy so fast that Liquid's defense is just... You needed to be there at the same time, and it was impossible for Liquid to do that.
Yeah, probably like one of the more awkward positions for them to take the fight. So,
yeah.
See what can happen if it's in a different location. But you've now given a pretty big lead over to Parivision. We're seeing the map really start to shrink, and Liquid... Do they want to try and mount a defense for these objectives? Nisha is moving down bottom with some of his other friends.
Shiva's up on no one, so the spell damage is going to go through the roof here. Razor is going satanic, but, you know, against that Shiva's, Might not be enough to keep Mickey alive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think exactly where the ward is, Saberlight, so good read, but they are still 5 down bottom.
Tower's still
They're
falling.
gonna try and defend the tower? Is this a
going
call
forward.
you want to make? Saberlight might die pretty quickly. You don't have everyone playing behind him as well. Saber pops the BKB. Mickey's going to run to the backline.
Oh, DM's
Once again,
dead.
they want to deal with DM. They'll kite the Wukongs now as well. A good look to the fight for Liquid, but they've isolated Mickey over to the right side. No one with the help of Chrysalis assassinates the carry, and it's going to be a 2-for-2 in the end.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's really the big problem of these fights. It looks like Mickey's the only hero that can threaten the Enigma at the moment. And he gave his life away maybe 2 or 3 times already in these fights. But once he's dead, they just do not have the damage. This Underlord just gets run down by the Monkey King. Their support's scaling damage a lot, but it's really hard to walk into Parivision. Their burst damage and their low cooldowns make these fights really tough for Liquid.
I don't know if you can now with the Daedalus on Chrysalis. He's 14-3-10. There was one stage this game where I was mentioning he was 3-3. He's yet to die since then. He has had a incredible performance. And how are you going to walk into the middle with a Wukong's Deso Daedalus? Like, you will be able to protect your members and even get these easy kills when you see supports just standing by themselves. And that has been the thing for Liquid. Like, you are targeting down the Enigma, trying to get this black hole out.
Oh, Saberlight, they're gonna go
Problems in your
forward.
base as well. Nisha will be able to TP down and do his best to disrupt the combo. Looks like this will be enough. We'll force Parivision out.
Alright. BKB was on Kudo there on Saberlight, but we don't need to use it anyways. Yeah, the amount of toxic waste that Parivision can put into the ground, like you have Stolen Pit of Malice, you have Midnight Pulse, all of the Wukong's damage, as you said. The supports really struggle to be anywhere near the fight, and the only way to deal with that is you need to get the jump. But they don't have a jump hero on Liquid, right? Maybe like a Side of Vise on a Ghostwalk Invoker later on, which is what Nish is building. But until that happens, I think Liquid can only get pickoffs. A 5 versus 5 seems quite unlikely that they're going to be able to win.
Is there at least an area of the map where they could potentially win a 5-on-5?
Yeah, they need vision, right? If you have a high ground with a ward. But then it's unlikely Parivision is just going to blindly walk into a high ground like that. At least they've been pretty patient. Or if they're going to do that, they're going to roll with the Air Spirit Shiva, so you already get a really good idea of what's happening. You can always BKB. Maybe the Vise is really what changes that, but Invoker actually kills up potatoes here. They buy a Crystal. Is Nisha also feeling like he likes damage?
It's kind of Chad, but I don't know. Let's see.
That's pretty Chad. That's some high risk coming from Nisha.
The thing we've seen in the fights, like, again, we're saying Liquid are trying just to run at DM, but it's also the same where the Earth Spirit, no one is just trying to get on top of Nisha. So I am intrigued on if he's actually going to be able to stand his ground and right-click versus the Earth Spirit. Maybe he can with the lifesteal and the damage that he has. So, yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. But I mean, we talked about the Shivas. There could be a Skadi on the Monkey King. In fact, yeah, it's being built right now. He's not too far away from completing it. Once you have Shivas and Skadi, the sustain that they're trying to approach here for Liquid is going to be severely hindered. That Satanic already up on Mike. They have like maybe one fight where you're going to get higher value out of it. Once you have Wukong, Skadi, you're going to struggle to stay alive.
It's like
smoke,
both,
though.
Yeah, it is about to expire from both sides, so a bit of a swing and a miss. Liquid go bottom. Parivision go into the Radiant Outpost, looking to try and occupy this area.
Tier 2 probably gonna fall here. I think if Liquid tries to take this fight, you might just lose the game. So maybe what you can do is force Tier 2 as well with Alacrity on Forge Spirits in case Parivision's plan is to poke high ground, which seems to be the case, but he already TP no one.
I think they got a glimpse of Nisha, who is TPing out at a great timing. They were starting to come back and maybe use that opportunity to catch out the Invoker while he was working towards the Daedalus.
Yeah, good read from Nisha. Make sure that he's gonna stay alive. Probably finish that Daedalus.
He just got an incredibly valuable neutral item as well in the Ogre Seal Totem. We were speaking on just before about how Nisha is going to have a lot of heroes on Parivision running at him, and just this reposition could be very important. Inside the river, 9 class playing incredibly aggressive without the members behind him, and this is 38 minutes in, trying to waveform in. They cut down the tree of Crystal down bottom. He's got the level 25 Wukong's DM with the blink here, Black Hole as well. Liquid, what have they done? They've just gone into the combo. They haven't lost Mickey just yet. Maybe it's actually looking okay with a turn. They're trying to surround no one. No one pops out of the stone form. And Chrysalis has got nothing left in the tank. He'll jump over the top, trying to get on top of Nisha. Nisha's able to get some separation. It will not matter. Cut down from the damage. Chrysalis continuing to stay alive. Boxy's backing off the back of the buyback, but he is not making it out of this one. 2 gems littering the deck, and now bodies as well at the outpost.
Oh, 2 gems being dropped. That's a 5-star Uber, but to the enemy side, they just 4-man TP'd into Enigma plus Crystallis. That's just a dream here for Parivision. It honestly looked better than I thought it would with, you know, Mickey surviving a lot. He's quite tanky with the Rattle Cage, but they're gonna be maybe using buybacks here. This Desolator, level 26 on the Monkey King. He is a threat. He has Ancient Guardian, so the damage is real. Not a lot of backup, though. The Morphling is stopped. We'll see if Liquid can maybe read into that. Oh, okay. They're going to respect Liquid quite a bit here on Parivision.
I didn't know the Earth Spirit Scepter had so much damage on the Shadow. I was very surprised at how much it did when he broke out 450.
It's crazy. Yeah. And he has the spell amplification, so it goes pretty hard, especially when there's 4 heroes trying to circle you.
And you got the Magnetize Undispellable as well, so a lot more damage potential from the Earth Spirit. Of course, we just saw Christus's 25 down bottom, and he's now 17, 3, and 14 from last time we checked in with him. Liquid, they don't have the most valuable 25s, so
yeah. Also, Neutro's very lucky, right? We talk about Ancient Guardian on the Monkey King, but also Sacred Timeless Relic on no one. His damage is absurd with that Undispellable Magnetize.
9 class position for the Morphling, giving that information. They're going to be able to see him, though. Chrysalis jumps into the middle once again with the Monkey King. No hesitation. He senses how far ahead they truly are and how strong the Monkey King is. They're just going to run over Liquid. There's a buyback into the outpost. They're trying to set themselves up, but Mickey, he is by himself fighting against the world. But everyone else had their own battle going on. Nisha's going to try and get BTP out. He will make it. But Insania, he committed into the fight. Stuck here, trying to waste as much time as he possibly can. But the Crystallis Monkey King is potentially going to add a 20th kill. Oh, very close to the 20 mark on Crystallis. He is performing so incredibly well.
Bro, you know, it's all on Crystallis, but you really need to give their drafter, their coach, a lot of credit here. Like, if you can pick 3 carries and still find the perfect lane, still give your supports comfort to play at this level against Liquid of all teams, you know, there's something really going on. I mean, something great happening with your team, because that's just not common. Like, even the best teams don't flex as much.
Out of the base, no one as well. Has Refresher, might be able to pop it for the BKB. It's a swing and a miss from DM, but they're creating chaos. They've isolated Saberlight on the low ground, and Saber's got no buyback, and meanwhile as well, they'll hold Nisha in. They're getting everyone.
That's a team. That's the most underwhelming team IPO I've seen. Like, they missed the black hole and they kill everyone.
Just forcing the issue. Like, Liquid have really good heroes to defend high ground, and you just make a messy fight happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is GG. There's no way.
What an interesting game. Hopefully we get a game 3, because this sets us up for a really cool series with Parivision's drafting.
Yeah, it really does. It's drafting's. Oh,
yeah, I should just die to the crits. Yeah, they're too. Man, this Crystallis Monkey. 22 3